Hey everybody, this is the Isolated Dewdrop dropping in here on the podcast. Yes, there's been a name change, formerly known as Vinyl Man Jeb. Now I am Isolated Dewdrop. You can find me on social media as isodew.ct, isodew.ct. But anyway, that's me. Still the same person, just name change, trying to change it up a little bit. You're here to watch Josh Todd, though, or I should say listen. Josh Todd's from Buckcherry, and coolest bands, playing the Wall Street Theater tonight. Yes, as this episode's being posted on a Tuesday, the show's tonight, so check down the link below, get some tickets, and go. I'll be there with a few of my friends, and have a great night. Buckcherry's awesome. Chaser 8's playing with them, and Reach NYC. So let's support. Let's get out to that show at the Norwalk, Connecticut Wall Street Theater. But enjoy the episode. Josh talked about his time playing with Aerosmith. Yes, he replaced Steven Tyler at Live Aid. That's a big shoe to fill. So enjoy the episode. We talk about Buckcherry as well, of course. Let's get right into it. Hey everybody, this is your host Vinyl Man Jeb. I'm here with Josh Todd of Buckcherry, legendary singer. Let's start there. But welcome, Josh. How are you?
I like that. Thank you. I'm good,
No
man.
problem.
We just dropped our 10th record, volume 10, and we've been out just killing it on the road, just doing a lot of shows, promoting this great record.
Amazing. I'll get right into volume 10 a little later on with our broadcast here, but definitely very excited to get into that. But I wanted to ask you to start off. I do all my guests the same. What got you into music?
What got me into music? Passion, man. I mean, I always loved music since I was a little kid. I listened to all my parents' records and I had my own records, and I have an older sister. I listened to her records, and I really like the words. I would
Mm,
get a record when I was a kid and go home and listen to the whole thing from top to bottom and look at the lyrics. And I had a knack for writing before I got into music, just creative writing and poetry and stuff like
oh,
that.
very
And
cool.
and then so, by the time I was in my first rehearsal, I just kind of intuitively started conducting the whole rehearsal and wrote an original song right then. And that's when I was just like, this is all I want to do. And to this day, it's still very exciting for me, making new music and writing songs and performing.
That's good to hear that you still love the passion of getting on the stage and being the front man and doing everything that you can in your power to keep that going. And I love it. I love hearing that it still flows, today for you.
We go out and typically tour for, around 2 years on a record cycle, and we come home and make another record. And we've been
Awesome.
doing that. We've been doing that for 24 years. So, yeah, Volume 10 came about. We were ready to make a new record. We had dropped Hellbound right after the pandemic or during the pandemic, and that was a great record as well. And we just used the same type of chemistry and went in and made Volume 10. That's one of our best records for sure.
Sweet. Can't wait to stream it on our show as well, because we'll throw some songs in as well, keep it going, get some of the fans in as well. And we'll play some of the big hits, of course, too. But we're going to see
Yeah.
you at the Wall Street Theater on Tuesday, August 1st at 8 p.m. here at the Wall Street Theater. What can we hear from you? What can we expect from this show?
Oh man, the show's so good. The band's just we're live and kicking on all cylinders right now. We got a lot of shows under our belt, and most of all, we all really get along with each other really well. So you're gonna feel that as
Awesome.
as an audience member, and we have so many songs to make this set just incredible. So that's what's gonna happen.
I was reading up that you also played with Joey Kramer of Aerosmith. I got to ask you, how did that come about?
Yeah, it came about. Steven Tyler got sick,
Oh,
and they called me up, and they were doing like a couple songs for that Live 8. I don't know if you remember
oh
that,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it was me, Joey Kramer, Tom Hamilton, Run from Run DMC,
Oh wow.
and we did Walk This Way,
Ah,
and
cool.
what else did we do? I can't remember. We did one more, but we did Walk This Way was part of it. Anyways, it was really cool. We did that in Toronto, and the guy from the Cars,
Elliot Easton,
and
right? Elliot
Elliot
Easton.
Easton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he was,
Perfect.
what a character that guy was. And who was also, I don't know if you remember that African American guy that was on CSI way back in the day. He was kind of a big star. He was
Sounds familiar.
he fancied himself a singer at that time, and he came out and he was on it too. So it was like kind of like a all-star event. Steven was supposed to do it, so they called me up,
Wow.
and our drummer at the time, Xavier, came too as well. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did those two songs, like I said, and we were in Toronto. We took a private jet there, and Elliot Easton was cracking jokes the whole time. It was really funny, and we did those two songs, and then we're sitting backstage, and the promoter came in, and he's like, "Hey, Neil Young is gonna do
Oh,
Rockin' in the
wow.
Free World, Rockin' in the Free World," and he said if anybody wants to come up and sing with him, and I was like, "Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna do
can't say no to that. That's
it."
Neil freaking Young. We're just about to I'm going to go down to Florida in November to go see Graham Nash. I'm a big CSNY fan, so
Oh,
but
cool, yeah.
getting to sing with Neil Young, that's amazing. I mean, like I always watch REM's videos
So
with them and stuff. So
yeah, and like so a lot of singers were invited up, so everybody was on stage. And so we're on
wow.
stage and we're kind of standing in the back while they're doing their thing, and then he starts doing the song, and nobody is walking up there. So I was like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm walking up there." I walked up and I got on the mic with him, and we just ripped and sang the song together, and it was like it was so amazing. I was like gazing into Neil Young, like he's got like ice blue eyes, and I'm singing, and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. And then the next day in the Toronto Sun, there was a picture of he and I doing that song. It was pretty
That's
cool.
even better too, because now it's like this
Yeah,
isn't a dream. I have proof that it's in front of me in
yeah,
paper
yeah, yeah,
format. I can have
for
this.
sure.
Yes, that's a lot of that's amazing to be able. Because first of all, you're filling big shoes with Aerosmith, Steven
Yeah,
Tyler, all that, and then all of a
yeah.
sudden Neil Young. You've got to be on like ninth, cloud nine at this point, trying to
Yeah,
get it all in.
I was
But
I was really grateful. It was cool.
I'm gonna ask a microphone question. Do you have any particular microphones that you prefer as a singer? On that stage and singing.
I just do a Shure SM58. You can pound
Nice.
a nail in with the thing, and it's so
Love those.
reliable, and it's the best mic for me. I mean, every singer has got their thing, but that's always worked.
It's sure. You're sure with a Shure. I always say I use those when we go live too on our smaller local band sets. I always prefer having the Shure. I've never broken
Yeah,
one. Like I could
yeah,
drop
yeah.
the thing and it's still working. I wanted to ask too, the song Crazy Bitch, when that hit the radios, what changed for you? What made you go, this is where I want to be with the music and everything? That was the last question here I had for you.
Everything changed for me. It was a massive hit. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a hit on our first record, a couple hits for the movies and lit up, but Crazy Bitch was on a whole nother level, and it's still going to this day.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome situation. I mean, that's what you dream about, when you're writing songs, to have a song that reacts that way, and it opens a lot of doors, and we just rode the wave, and we're still riding the wave to this day.
That's awesome. And did you want to spin any new songs from your new album from Volume 10 we could throw on the show for you? Any one in particular?
Sure. Yeah, why don't you spin Keep On Fighting? That's a great
Okay,
song.
perfect.
Let,
Tell us about
let's
that
get
one.
wild. Yeah, Keep On Fighting is about the crossroads, man. I don't know about you, but I've come to the crossroads a couple times in my life, and that's what it's about. It's about, kind of uh following your heart and
Mhm.
making sure you stay focused on that beacon, because a lot of people try to discourage you along the way, to follow your dreams, and it's an aggressive song too. It's pretty cool.
A message you wanted, a head trip. There's gonna be a fire caught in the
What do you do to keep yourself vocally healthy, to keep singing and make sure the voice is all good? Any tips for that?
Yeah, it's a lot of work these days. I'm 52, and I'm singing songs that, some of them that I wrote in my 20s, and your voice changes dramatically over the years for a lot of people, so you have to just, you got to really work on your vocal technique, and it's a lot of stuff, and your health is really important because your body is your instrument. So all those things play into it. And I am pretty clean living for a lot of years. I've been
Mhm.
sober almost 29 years. So
Congrats
that
on that. That's
helps.
major. That's
Yeah,
major. Congrats. Big
yeah,
time.
that helps a lot. And exercising and what you
Mhm.
put in your body, what you eat, and then making sure you got good vocal technique live.
Well, can't wait to hear you guys at the Wall Street Theater, everybody. We're going to just say it again here for you. Tuesday, August 1st at the Wall Street Theater on 71 Wall Street, Norwalk, Connecticut. Buckcherry,